Welcome to Nallat Pathfinder YouTube channel. Friends, in this video, we are going to discuss about Angular components. Angular components. Welcome to Angular tutorial. So, in this video, we are going to discuss about Angular components. Basically, these Angular components are basic building blocks for Angular application. So, this component, basically, we call it as a component. This component is consisting of three parts. A component is made of three parts, that is template, class and metadata. Okay, so as you seen in this document, so template which represents the view UI, this creates using HTML. So Angular component consisting of three parts: template, class and metadata. Template which represents the view, the UI, this creates using the HTML. And coming to the class, we have a class which is nothing but a code that supports the view. This is using TypeScript. It contains methods and properties. This can be used to control the logic of the view. This class can be used to control the logic of the view. And a component have a metadata attached to it. So the third part of the component, it is a metadata. Okay, so it is defining using a decorator. For that we use component decorator. Okay, so this is about the Angular components. Basically Angular component is consisting of three parts: template, class and metadata. Okay, now let's go into Visual Studio, Visual Code, and create a sample program to understand the Angular components. Okay, so I have already installed the Angular application Angular in my machine, and this is about the Angular application. Okay, and that Angular application is running and under the port HTTP localhost colon 4200. Okay, so this Angular application is now running. I already it is running actually under the port number 4200. Okay, let's go and create the component. So how to create the component? I'm using Visual Studio Code. Okay, so go to the node command prompt. Okay, node command prompt, or else we can use the Visual Studio Code. This is the Visual Studio Code. Go to terminal and new terminal, then it will open this window, and go here and ng generate c means component, and give the component name. So we are going to create a customer component, custom in here. We are going to create a customer component. So that's the syntax to generate a component is ng g for generate, c for component, and component name. Okay, okay, I'm giving the name of the component and hit the enter. So as soon as you hit the enter, it will create the components in the desired location, the specific location. Okay, yes, now the customer component is created, and you can go and verify under src. Okay, under src in app folder we have a customer component. Just now we have created this customer component using ng-gc customer, ng generate component name. So this is my customer component. Let me open this component. Okay, so as we discussed, actually the component is consisting of three parts: template and class and decorator. Okay, so this is the component decorator. @ component is a component decorator, and we need to import the component class from Angular core. Okay, so this is the import statement. So we imported the component and on init classes from the Angular core, and this is the component decorator @ component, and this consisting of selector and template URL and styles URLs. So selector which is going to The name of the selector is going to represent the view, and so we are going to write the HTML code using we are going to write the HTML code using this customer.component.html. So this is the file where we are going to write the design. Okay, and this is the component is a class, right? Export class customer component is my class which implements on init. So this component is having some inbuilt methods on init, ng on init. This is ng on init, and ng destroy. So these we call it as component lifecycle hook. So we will discuss in next topics the component lifecycle. But as of now, we are going to discuss about the component. So how to create a component and how to add logic to the component. So this is about the customer component. Okay, so okay, fine. Let's quickly okay start. Just create the customer details. Okay, okay. Now just save actually. Save the just now we created the component and okay. So just now we created the component and that component okay. So customer component.html, right? So in the customer component.ts we have this app hyphen customer, right? So go and add it in. Just I'm deleting the app component. I'm deleting this app component and saving and go and build the application. See, welcome to my new Angular application Customer Works. This is the text which I already given in the customer component, Customer Works, right? So this customer component using this alias component name, so it is rendering to the app component.html. Okay, it is rendering here. So let's go and create a new component, implement the component details. So for that, I'm going to create a folder under app, that is models. I'm going to create a model, that is customer.model.ts. I'm going to add a customer model. So for that, export interface, I'm defining a customer model. Okay, the customer is having an ID, customer ID, and the name of the customer, which is string. So basically customer name string and address of that customer, this is again string, and gender, so male or female customer. Okay, okay. So now I have created the model, right? After creating the model, so export interface customer, right? So we are going to perform some code operation, create, update and delete operations. Okay, so by using this component, okay, I'm just now I have created a component, customer component, and also I have created a customer model. Okay, this model, okay, so model is created and go to this customer component. Okay, go to this customer component. Inside the customer component, okay, just define the okay customer type. Okay, this customer we need to import, so import it from models. Okay, I am importing this customer from the models. models are present. Just now I created a model folder and there is a customer.model.ts file, right? If you go and see here, press F12, then it will show the interface. Now go to the customer component.ts. Just what I'm doing is just I am referencing that customer model, okay, and in ng on in it, okay, and ng on in it. So I am going to add a ng on it. I am going to add a customer object, okay. So ng on it, I am going to create a method called, so load like this dot initial initial setting initial settings. I'm calling one method this dot initial settings, okay. Initial settings. So what I'm doing is, for that customer object, right, array of customer, this is nothing but custom. Just now I have created a customer variable that is a type of customer, that is again array of customers, right? So for that customer, okay, I am going to add the data. So this dot customer dot push, this is an array, this is an array, this is nothing but customer array. I am going to push the elements, okay. So what are those elements? It consisting of customer class consisting of id, okay. Customer id I am giving 1, okay, and customer name of the customer I am giving, okay, it's a string, right? Ramesh is the customer, and address of that customer Hyderabad, comma, gender is a string again, male. So just save it. Okay, so uh, just we have created the customer model and we have declared a customer variable which is a type of customer, and that is a customer customers array, okay. So this customers array we are going to keep on adding, we are going to perform addition, updation and deletion operation for that customer object. Initially this is initial settings, right? So initially on ng on in it. So once the component is loading, then I am going to add some values to the customer variable, okay. So this customer variable object I'm going to use it in a template component dot customer dot component dot html. So quickly go to this component html, okay, component html, and just define the, just create, take a div tag. I'm going to take a div tag and create a table to display the customer information. Table border equal to 1, okay. I'm creating a table, okay, and table t head, okay. Then going to define a table row. I'm going to add table description, this is id, okay. So whatever the model is having, just create a table, id, name, address and gender, okay. So this is column customer name, and this is sorry customer address, sorry this is customer address, and this is gender, okay. So td is closed. Then create a table body, t body, okay. Then create a table body and tr. I'm defining the table rows here. Just I'm going to use a structural derivative, that is ng for. This is similar to for loop. So ng for, the syntax for this is let customer cu customer of customer, okay. This customer, so this customer I am writing, right, that is present in customer component. This is this reference variable, that's reference variable which is holding the type of customer. Okay, so okay, and close the tr. So now in td, with that customer reference variable going to access the values, customer id, name, address and gender, customer id, and this is address, and this is sorry, this is address, this is name, and this is gender. Okay, and okay, that's it. Let's save and ng-serve. This will compile and ready for the execution. Okay, system is little bit slow. Okay, see, id, name, address and gender. So it is compiled and it display the output. Okay, it display the output here. It shows the output. Okay, this output is coming from the component actually. So customer component, we are getting the this output. Okay, this is for what we have done till now is we have created a customer object array, and we have inserted some data, initial data, and we are displaying into the view. Now let's design the form. So let's design the form. Okay, and take another div. Let's design the form to, okay, insert the values. Okay, I'm taking a form, and I'm I'm taking reactive forms. This is a syntax for reactive forms. Form group equal to, give the name cust form, customer form. Okay, this is about the form. Under the form, I'm going to define the elements, the text boxes. Okay, for customer id, okay. So again, input, okay, form control, form, sorry, form control name equal to id, and give a break. This is about the customer id. Okay, and like that, customer name, address and gender. Okay, customer name, address, gender. Okay, so whatever the variable names we define in the interface or class, the name should be similar, same here. Okay, id, name, and this is address, and this is gender. Okay, so here I'm giving the names, right? These names are similar to the model, customer model, the interface name, id name, whatever we have taken here, this name should be similar to the form control name. Okay, so our form is ready. Let's go and see the output. Okay, ng-serve. Just comment these lines. Control C, save it. But output is not showing here. Okay, let's implement the code, then we will fix the issues. Okay, so I'm going to write ng. Okay, sorry. So now my form is ready, and so to insert the values, right, I'm going to take the button type equal to submit. Okay, and the name of the button is send submit. Okay, now once you click on this button, submit button, we need to call a method using ng submit. This is an angular event ng submit equal to, I'm writing on submit of, we are going to pass the form name, cust form. We are going to pass this form name. Okay, so form design is ready. Now it is ng. Okay, already using in port number something. Okay. ng sir CORT 4201. It is giving an error. The port number 4200 is already in use. It is giving some error, so I am just running on a port number 4201. So, okay, so it is building, application is building. So what we have done till now is just we have created a form, actually form to create the customer information. So the information is customer ID, name, address and gender. So we are going to input the customer information and click on submit button, right? As soon as we click on submit button, it is going to call this on submit function. Okay, on submit function. Okay, okay, let's go and see the result now. 4201. Okay, so output is not coming, so let's see the errors. So go and press F12, then you are going to see the errors. Okay, there is an error. Okay, from group customer ng submit on submit. Okay, so cannot bind to form group since it isn't a known property of form. Okay, template parser errors. Okay, we are getting this template parser errors, right? So why we are getting this error is this form group, right? This Angular is unable to identify the form group. Okay, which we defined in the customer dot component dot html, this form group. Okay, form group customer form ng submit equal to on submit. Okay, so we can do one thing actually in customer component dot cs, in customer component dot cs, go and import the go and import go and import import uh, reactive, okay, forms module. So we are using the reactive forms, right? So that's why we are going to import the reactive form modules. Okay, from at the rate angular slash forms. Okay, reactive form module is available here, and going to import form group comma form control from at the rate angular slash forms. And you need to, we are going to add this reactive form module in app module.ts. Okay, under go and under the app module.ts, okay, so app component imports, go to the import section, app routing, after app routing module just add this reactive form module and add the namespace, add the import statement, just save. Okay, save. Now go and verify we get the output or not. Yes, now the error is resolved and we are able to get the output. Okay, so welcome to my new Angular application, customer works, customer ID, customer name, customer address and gender. Okay, but we are unable to bind the initial data to here. Okay, so what is the problem for that? So we are not unable to, cannot read property get off. Okay, cannot read property get off. So now we are able to bind the data as well. So customer ID is one, customer name is Ramesh, address is Hyderabad and gender is male. Just okay, so we will enter the information, customer ID is 2. Okay, we'll enter the information, customer ID is 2 and customer name is Suresh and address is Hyderabad and gender is male. Just we add this information, and if we click on the submit button, the, the new customer object information should be bind to the table. We need to bind the information to the table. So I'm clicking on submit. So it's not binding the data because we didn't write any code to bind the information to the customer object. Okay, let's go and implement that. I'm clearing this thing. So just we need to implement the coding part for the submit button. Okay, so go to the customer component.ts, the customer component.ts and on submit. Okay, so go to the on submit. So this is the event, right? So go to the customer component, just implement the on submit event. So on submit, On submit. Okay, we are going to post the form details, right? So I'm taking a form variable which is type of form group. Okay, I'm going to post the controls data. Okay, okay, I'm going to take a constant variable, that is form data. Okay, is equal to this dot, this dot. Okay, before that we need to create a variable. The variable name is cust form, is type of form group. It is a type of form group. Okay, I'm saving that one. cust type first form. Okay, go constant form data equal to this dot, that customer form dot value. Okay, console dot log form form data is here. Okay, now just save it. Okay, C should be small letter, not caps. Console C should be small. Okay, console dot form data is here, so we are logging the form data. Okay, okay, now we are going to do something. This dot, okay, this dot, we have the customer object, custo. This dot customer dot, this customer is an array of type customer. Okay, we are so we have a method, push method. We need to push the form data to this customer object. Okay, let's go here. Okay, got it. Before doing this okay, so we need to do something. Actually, we need to do in ng on init. So we need to initialize the form group. We need to create the under we need to do something like, we need to initialize the that form group, customer form group. This dot cust custom form equal to new of form group. Okay, new of form group. So this dot custom form equal to new form group, and just initialize the controls. id of type new this is a form control, this is a new form control, and with the value, the text bar value should be empty. I am assigning the empty values, and name is also similar, form control, name equal to new form control with empty. Okay, comma, just copy this thing, and similarly address and gender. Okay, add address and gender. Okay, and remove the comma here. So whatever the controls is there, right? So we need to initialize with the form, just empty values. So that we are doing in the ng on init, because this is the place where all the initializations will be happening. So form component initialization should happen, so we are initializing the form controls details. Okay, now let's save. Okay, so let's save. let's save and just go to the form. Okay, so no errors, everything is clear and clean. Now I'm adding a customer id 2 and customer name is Suresh, customer address Hyderabad, and he's male. Okay, as soon as I click on submit button, right, this information should bind to the customer object, so I'm clicking submit. Now it is binding. Okay, form data is here. Okay, form data is here, just it is binding. I can add n number of customer objects. Customer id 3. Okay, and Rajesh, he is also from Hyderabad. Customer id 4, Sunil, is also from Hyderabad. Okay, so just we have created a new customer object. Okay, and we are binding the information to the customer array, and we are just binding, and we are displaying the information in the table. Okay, now coming to the edit and delete operation. So this entire row, right, so just we are going to add a edit button after the gender column. Okay, we are going to add a edit and delete buttons, then we are going to implement the edit and delete functionality. Okay, just go to the component customer component.html here, and so just we are binding the information t t body. Okay, okay, after gender just take two more tds. Okay, td and td and input type equal to button. Okay, type equal to button, and value equal to edit. Okay, and value equal to edit, and so I'm adding a click event. This is an Angular click event of when I'm clicking the button. So I am going to call this edit customer function by passing the customer object. Okay, similarly copy and paste a new td. Input type equal to button, value this time it is delete. Click is equal to delete customer. So we are calling a delete customer function by passing the customer object. Okay, okay, fine. So so now here go and see the design. So I have a edit and delete button. Okay, so if you click on a edit button, so just we need to get this customer object, and we need to populate the information into the controls text boxes. Okay, and we have to differentiate, so whether it is a delete or whether it is a update or whether it is a addition operation. Okay, I'm adding second item, test test test. I'm adding a second item. Okay, so if I click edit, so it should display the test information in the controls. If I click first row edit, it should display the first customer information. Okay, let's implement that logic. Okay, after adding, so edit customer, right, go to the customer component.ts. The core logic we are going to write in a customer component.ts. Okay, so just edit customer. Okay, cus edit customer, right, and cust type of, that is a type of customer. Okay, what we have to do, so after clicking the edit button, whatever the row we are selected or we are editable, that row information should be populated into the text boxes. For that, this dot, we have a form dot, this form group, right, cust dot set value. We are going to set the values of this first object. Okay, so if you see here, as soon as I click on edit, that information is showing in the controls. Now if I modify anything, modify something, Ramesh Kumar, if I modify and click on submit, right, that modified information should be bind to the customer object, again customer object. Okay, this modifying information. So to do this we need to identify. So for addition and for updation we are clicking on single submit button, right? So we need to differentiate which operation it is, either it is a updation operation or it is a addition operation. So for that, to identify whether it is a insert operation or update operation, in the customer component.ts, just I'm going to take a variable called is update, that is a boolean variable, and that is initialized to false. Is update is false. Okay, for the first time when you are adding the data it should be false, right? So, and you, if you are updating the information, if you are updating the information, it should set to true. Okay, okay, fine, let's save and now go and customer id 2 and customer name Suresh, address Hyderabad, and gender male, and if you are clicking submit, right? Okay, okay, and now I'm clicking on it. Okay, customer id 3, I'm adding Varma. Okay, and clicking on submit, it is 3. So if I click on second row, it is showing second row information, customer id 2 and customer name Suresh and Hyderabad, address and gender male, right? If I modify customer address Hyderabad to Vizag, okay, and clicking on submit, oops, clicking on submit, it is inserting a new object, new customer information, new row, it is inserting a new row, right? So it should not be like that. So when I'm editing a second row, it should update the details in the second row. Okay, so let's go and fix this issue. So in the submit, right, in the submit button, click, go to the design, customer component.html, go to the design, and in submit button, in submit button, click form on ng submit. We are calling this on submit function. Let's go and verify this on submit. Okay, search for it. In on submit, whatever the customer information, just we are pushing into the customer array, right? So okay, just we are pushing into the customer array. This should be, when we are going to push to the customer array, this should be if this dot is update equal to false, okay, this dot is update equal to false, then only, that means it is an insert operation, then only it should push to the array, otherwise, okay, if it is not update, if it is insert mean, then it has to push the information to the array, otherwise else else okay, else what we need to do, pick the edit row and update the details, pick the edited row and update the details. Okay, pick the editor row and update the details. Let's quickly write the, okay, and we have the form data, right? In this form data the submitted form information will be available. I'm writing for loop, right? Let, for this for loop syntax, let I equal 0 and I less than this dot customer object dot length. So I'm looping all the customers and finding the edited customer. Okay, if this dot customer of I dot id value should be equal form data. We have form data dot id. If that is matching, that means we are going to edit this row information. This dot customer of I, we are going to set with this dot cu custom dot value. This dot custom form dot value. Okay, here we are filtering. Okay, select the, here get the customer object which is edited. Okay, which has to be, which is to be updated. Okay, okay, that's it for update functionality. Okay, let's go and verify now. That's it for update functionality. Let's go and verify. Just press Ctrl F, it will build actually. So it will build. So now customer ID is 2 and the customer name is Satish and he's from Hyderabad in his email. Okay, and customer ID is 3. Customer ID is 3. Lata, she is from Hyderabad and she is female. Okay, I'm clicking submit. Now I'm going to edit Satish information. Satish, right? Satish location I'm changing. Hyderabad to Nalgonda. Clicking on submit. Okay, it is adding an extra row. Okay, now we are going to edit Ramesh. We are going to edit Ramesh and change the customer name Ramesh dot Ramesh Kumar. Click on submit. It is adding one more row. Ramesh Kumar. Okay, something is wrong. In else condition, here we have form data. Okay, form data dot else condition, log the console dot log form data dot id. Just log the form data id, whatever that id you are getting, and let I equal to 0, I less than this dot customer dot length I plus plus. If this dot customer of I dot id equal to form data dot id, this dot customer of I equal to this dot customer dot value. Okay, so we can do one thing actually, we can debug and see the exact issue. Okay, for debugging, just go to source here, and press Ctrl P and customer, type the customer component.ts, select the customer component.ts and just close this window and drag this here, sorry, close, okay, just close this. Yes, okay, now this is edit functionality, right? So on submit, put a breakpoint at on submit. Okay, now I'm adding customer ID to Satish, address Hyderabad, gender male, just adding number 3. Okay, I'm going to update Satish. Okay, uh, Satish Kumar I'm going to update. Okay, and press the submit, right? Okay, see here the breakpoint is it's there actually. So what are the values we are getting in the form group or form data? So press F10. In the form data we are getting Satish Kumar, that updated information. So the row ID is 2 and Satish Kumar, he this information we are getting. And this dot, okay, this is causing the issue. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, okay, okay. Now press F10. Okay, see, this is causing the issue actually. Okay, let's go and fix it. Okay, let's press. Okay, let's go and change the condition. If this dot is update, okay, in edit we are setting, see, we are not setting in edit, we have to set that edit customer. Okay, in edit this dot is update we have to set to true. Okay, then only it will work. Actually this is the exact issue. Now write the condition here. Okay, let's save. Okay, saved, and go and add the information. Customer ID is 2 and customer name is Satish, Hyderabad, gender male. Submit, click on submit. This time debugging is not required, just close this window. Okay, customer ID is 3, Sunil. Okay, now I'm editing Ramesh. ID is 1, Ramesh, customer name is Ramesh Kumar. Submit. See, customer name Ramesh now change it to Ramesh Kumar. Okay, so update functionality is working fine. Let's go and implement the delete functionality quickly. Okay, we'll delete customer. So I'm going to pass the customer type, customer object. Okay, and go here and this dot customer form dot filter. Okay, item, and this dot custom dot reset. So after deleting the item, so just we need to reset the form. Let's see, add the information, customer ID to customer name Satish, customer address Hyderabad, gender is male, customer ID 3, Pradeep. Okay, I'm deleting Satish. Okay, it's not deleting. Guys, we made a small mistake actually. So this dot customer dot filter item such that item not equal to customer. Okay, customer. Okay, this is the correct syntax. Okay, now quickly go and verify the delete functionality. So this is my Angular application. Okay, so I'm adding the customer ID. Hello, test, test, test. Okay, I'm adding this thing, submit, and I'm deleting this. Still it is not. Okay, okay, we made a mistake actually. This dot customer equal to this dot customer dot filter. This we have to write now. Test, 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 submit, and adding ID Mahesh is from Vizag and mail adding, and I'm deleting test. Now it is deleted. I'm deleting Mahesh. It is deleted. Okay, now the delete functionality is also working. Guys, let's summarize what we have done till now actually. So I have taken a customer object, customer array object, and I'm adding and I'm doing CRUD operation, basically creating the customer object and updating and deleting object. So basically I'm going to do just I've done this thing to demonstrate on the concept of component actually. So this is all about the component. Okay, this is all about the customer component. So one concept is pending actually, that is life cycle of a component. Okay, so that is very important interview question. What is the life cycle of a component? So what are the Angular hooks, we call it as Angular life cycle events, ng on it, ng destroy, few events are there, we will discuss in a next tutorial. So let's summarize what we have done. Just we have created a model folder. In the model folder we have taken a customer model with customer id, name, address and gender, and we have created the customer component, and we have taken the variable of type customer array, and we have taken a form group. We have implemented reactive forms, and in form in the component initialization on ng on it, just we are setting up the default data, initial data. Okay, and we are calling the this dot initial setting method, and we are setting up the initial data to bind the customer object and bind to the controls. And on form submit, just we are performing two operations. If the form is in edit mode, this code will execute, and the form is in insert mode, this code will execute. Okay, so I'm handling in on submit method. On edit customer, just setting up the current form data to the customer object, and deleting, just I am deleting the information from the filtering the information which is not equivalent to the customer. So this delete customer function is what I am doing, right? So I am clicking the delete, right? So in the customer object, in the customer array, we have three rows. Let's say, for example, when I'm clicking the delete, just I am skipping the current row. So and binding the remaining information. That is the logic of the delete. So I'm not interacting with the database anymore. Just I've taken a customer class and customer list. I'm doing performing the all operation. Guys, just get started with Angular. Angular actually install and start doing the programming. That's it for today, guys. And next video, another topic. You will see another topic. Thanks for watching, and please do like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.